Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Part 16 or the final part of Metal Gear Solid. We gotta chase Liquid down. He's gotta go down. 'Cause he was Master Miller the whole time. Gotta get him before he launches Metal Gear.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Armstech president and decoy Octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Dye.
Fox Dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder... Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Armstech president and decoy Octopus were killed by Fox Dye, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
So it's true. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge! Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him! I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you! Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes! Yeah! Snake! Your blood will be the first to be spilled by this glorious new weapon! Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother! Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century!
It's moving. How do I stop it?
Here we go, folks. Here we go. The battle against Metal Gear Rex has begun. So, in this battle, if you die, you start all the way back from the beginning. That is correct. You are totally destroyed if you are not careful. So, yeah. Don't die. But not to worry, though. There's ammo all around, and also Stinger missiles all around, so you should be A-okay. Possibly. If you get anywhere too close to Rex, it will indeed stop you. So be very, very careful. And I believe where you want to aim it at is right there. Right over there. Where it launches the missiles. Hey, remember when I told you, don't die? Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, let's try this again. Gonna use the stingers right there. And my best advice for you is to just keep moving. And don't let him get into your line of sight. Because he'll start to shoot, all those bullets at you. Thankfully, you have 35 Stinger missiles at this point because you got them all from doing all the good stuff, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about, all the good stuff. Actually, yes, do worry about the good stuff. Worry about it a lot. It will cause you to go into anxiety mode. Like this battle does. Because, yeah, that health bar is no joke. You have to do a lot of Stinger missiles in order to actually kill him. I should really go on my rations. I should really just do the rations. Alright, let's do this again. Let's try it again, folks. And hopefully I won't get hit by the missiles this time around. Please. Okay. So let's do that. And there it goes. And let me get off of the thing. Okay. Okay. Now he's gonna fire the stingers again. It's best to be moderately close to Rex whenever it launches those missiles. Best to stay close, I say. Because, those missiles will hurt you if you're, way too close. They have a limited range, after all, so do all the stuff. Okay. I have one ration left. That's great. It's cool because I really desperately need all the help I can get, actually. Okay. One more shot should do it. And it's a multi-form final battle when it's not over yet. God. Okay. Alright. Come on, buddy. Yeah!
Did that do it?
Nice try, Snake! Die!
Hurry! Get away!
Gray Fox.
A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
So it is you.
You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi?
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat.
That's what she said!
I'll stop it from moving.
Fox! In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox.
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
Destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now! In front of you,
I can't
I
do
can
it.
finally die. After Zanzibar,
I can't do it.
taken from the battle.
No.
Neither
Can't do
truly
it.
alive, nor truly dead. An undying shadow
Can't do it.
in a world of light. But
I can't do it.
soon it will finally end. Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Foolish man! He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die!
Yeah, there he is. I'm gonna kill you! Because we have to do a second phase of this shit! Yep, phase 2, y'all. Phase 2 is happening. And now he has the ability to move around anywhere. And, yeah. This has made things a lot more interesting and or a lot more difficult for you. Because remember, if you die during this phase of the fight, that's it. You gotta go all the way back to the first phase. Oh boy! Yeah, I love that about video games. But either way, same rules apply. Just make sure you actually shoot him in the head. So, yeah. Just do the thing, and you might be a-okay, possibly. Just remember to, you know, run away when he run very close to Rex whenever he shoots the missiles. And now he has a brand new attack in which he shoots you with a laser. So that's generally his pattern right there. Just to shoot the bullets, shoot the missiles, and then possibly shoot out the laser. And I'm out of rations. Cool. You are guaranteed 1 ration though, so that's a good plus. But really, what is there to do other than, you know, just wait for him to shoot out the missiles and all that good stuff? Either way, you gotta aim for the head. Shoot him at the head. And, oh god, oh god. Please god. Now the missiles again. It might take a little bit for you to actually hit the guy. But, you know, just play a little patient game and you might be a-okay. Actually, you may not be a-okay on that little front right there, actually. Jesus Christ. Yeah, mate. I love you. You love unskippable stuff? You love unskippable cutscenes? Well, this is one of them. You gotta sit through this every single time. I see you, doopy doopy doop. Let's try this again. And yes, I'm gonna make you suffer with me as I let you see the very beginning of this boss fight over and over and over again. Actually, no, the very beginning of this phase, I should say. Thankfully, I sort of just figured out a pattern to this a little bit. So basically go from back to forth, and when he's about to shoot the missiles, go for his left leg because, well, he himself is the left leg. He is the left leg, I agree. And then just keep on using stingers to hit him. Oh god. Now he's gone for the right leg. Cool. Oh god! Yeah. And it actually also turns out that he does in fact use the laser attack as well during the first phase. So, not a unique perspective. Are you gonna let me in? Okay. Owie. Okay, let me get the ration first. Let me get the ration. Please, God, let me get the ration. Snake walks so slow. Yeah! Yep. This is just how this fight is. This is just how this fight generally goes. Now, just in case you run out of stingers, there are more here. Wow, I'm not even trying. I'm just trying to see if there's any, like, extras around because, Jesus Christ. Actually, I don't really think I have time for extras, though. What are you, fool? I see you! Hide and seek, boys! Yeah! Alright. So just keep on aiming for the head. That's really all you have to do. And may I be the first to say, what the heck is all this plot happening in my face, dude? Naomi's a spy. Master Miller is, you know, liquid, all log. A twist that I am very glad that people don't really spoil today. Just, oh my god. It's such a great move. It's such a good power move on the internet's front, actually. Yeah! Okay, got a good pattern. Got a good pattern. Missiles, stick really close to him, and then he fires the laser. And then, you know, shoot the thing at his face, which I didn't do. which is okay because I have 3 rations left. That's okay. That's okay. And then, you know, do the thing in which you shoot the head. Yeah, that's a good pattern. That's a very good pattern. It's a pattern that all speedrunners should follow. Because, God, the implications of this boss fight are absolutely terrible, and I cannot actually forget this game for good. This might be one of my favorites, but Jesus Christ, why is the boss fight the way this way? Why is it? Why is it? Why? How could I even do that when it even doesn't matter? Why? How could I get so far into the boss fight when, whoops, I made one mistake and then I died and then it's all over? And, you know, that's just like the other thing that I hate, other than the fact that, you know, you die as a main character in a JRPG like Persona 5. I love that game to death, but God, when you're the main character, you die and that's it. I hate it! It's terrible! There we go! Fucking die, Liquid!
I'll crush you into dust. Sleeping late as usual. A snake.
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die as long as you still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I am done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things, are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then, we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the Super Baby method.
Super Baby method.
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed to create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted into the members of the Next Generation Special Forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments! 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes. They too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool! They're a complete failure! We are on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the Genome Soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you. behind you.
Meryl! Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
No! We have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed, they've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a PDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Meryl was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel...
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back.
What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. Only your death can satisfy me. Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate at the precise moment of her death. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it will kill even you.
All right, come on, come on, come on. Time's ticking, time's ticking. Judge Judy skate. Judge Judy gif. Gotta punch him. You gotta punch him. And of course, admittedly, again, the weaker aspect of the game. Much like with our fight of Gray Fox, we have to punch him. We gotta keep on punching Liquid until he dies. Fortunately, I am very prepared for this fight. It's really cool that, you know, he can punch us for greater damage, but of course, it ain't fair for us because we only do like chip damage to him. So, you know, that's pretty much okay. You know, he has all the recessive genes and we have the dominant genes, and yet we do less damage to him per punch. You know, that's very cool, right? So cool. Either way, yes. We gotta beat Liquid within the time limit because otherwise we'll all die. Thankfully, because we already destroyed Metal Gear, we don't have to go through all that, you know, Metal Gear Rex crap all over again. So, you know, that's okay. That's very okay. And I'll be very, very much cool with that. Either way, at one point he'll start to charge at you, and that will do a lot of damage to you, so be careful. Yeah, just like that. So, yeah. There it goes. Goodbye, Big Dick Jeans.
Meryl! Meryl?
Snake, is that you? Snake, oh, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl? Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl. That's my Kodak.
Snake, it's me.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No. It's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
Unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know. Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks? Well, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where's Otacon?
In DC, duh.
He's fighting right now. With his old self. To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah. And I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Meryl.
Snake.
Meryl. It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way. Too bad.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
There's my sneaking suit.
Hurry up. Hurry! Looking good, Snake. Hurry!
Damn, always gotta have time to flirt. While...
Damn, a surveillance camera.
Well, rip.
Hey, no keys.
Well, looks like we got a ways to go while we keeping on doing this. Alright, we have no weapons, we got nothing,
I got it,
but
Snake.
all we have left is a good old-fashioned ration. Just one. And all we have is a turret.
Shoot him, Snake.
And we can only shoot from left to right. So, yeah, this is basically all we got left. It's just shooting at the guys. Absolutely no problem. I am going to die. I am definitely going to die on my first ration. This is so cool.
Snake, hold on.
That's so cool. Or I could have just shot the barrels of explosives. Whatever. Okay. So, as we continue to get out of here, we've got 9 minutes to do so. Just remember, we can only shoot from left to right. And what we have to do is just to basically keep on shooting and shooting and shooting. Remember, you can shoot the you can shoot the barrel of explosives to, you know, make your life easier for you. And remember, you have that one ration, that one lifeline to save you. Let's hope that I don't even need to use it. Which I'm probably, yeah. No barrels of explosives here, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to do this. I do kind of wish that there was a aiming sight on here, but, you know, it's whatever. It's fine. Also remember that if you die, you're gonna have to start this section all over again. Not as bad as the Metal Gear section, though, because that's fine.
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet! Liquid!
The longest boss fight in history, Jesus Christ! How far can Liquid go in order to actually try to kill us? Jesus. This dude really, 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 really wants to kill you. Which he already did.
Jump in.
No, I want the other ration! Crap!
It's not over yet! Liquid!
You thought you were going to be all that, yeah? You thought you were going to watch a movie today. I'll never let you see Frozen 2, Snake! Yeah, just keep on shooting at him so you'll be a-okay. You know, we literally just gone through, like, hell with the Metal Gear Rex fight. I'm pretty sure we can, you know, do this absolutely no problem with this. My best advice for you is to just keep on moving the control stick. Keep on moving the left stick left and right to shoot in a wavy sort of pattern. And try not to get hit during the section before you get into the car either. Also, there was another ration over there that I am really, really missing. So, yeah. Really, really sad about that. Jesus Christ, man. This is so intense.
Meryl. Are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Meryl, can you move?
It's no good. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
I can't see him either.
Liquid's dead. Uh-oh.
Snake! Snake!
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 Spirits have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry. I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi.
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was, where I came from. I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were, and I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether or not you're in the Fox-Die program isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from here on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to the future. That's how all life works. Loving each other, teaching each other. That's how we can change the world. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name's David.
Okay. So where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
What are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most of all, you.
I think I'm gonna like this new life.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
The credits, man. The credits. That is Metal Gear Solid, everybody. An absolutely fantastic game that I only experienced just 2 years ago, and it got me kickstarted on playing through nearly every single Metal Gear Solid game ever made. I mean, I started off with the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, but Metal Gear Solid is kind of perfect. It is my favorite, and it doesn't take that long at all. The cutscenes and the gameplay balancing is also perfect. The gameplay is very well done. The cinematics are still just as amazing as they were back in 1998 for a lot of people. It's just amazing. This game really does deserve all the credit that it does for just what it did to the gaming industry back in 1998, and it's still a really fun game to play today. Even so much so that I played it through 4 times before I even tackled Metal Gear Solid 2. This game might have some few cracks, like the backtracking is not really my thing. The Metal Gear Rex boss fight is just like, oh god. And subsequently the Liquid fight might be trouble for a lot of people. But just everything else about it is just so brilliant that I can easily go back to this game a lot of times. This game is just really, really great, and I would wholly recommend it to anyone with a PlayStation 3. So anyway, that is about it. We have a couple more things to cover, but I'm going to leave you here with this theme called The Best Is Yet to Come. It's a really good song, and I think you should be able to hear it. See you guys next time.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
Yes, sir. The entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Yes, sir, I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I am an iguana. That's cool, man. This is the rank screen. You can probably tell what this is. I saved 32 times, continued 38 times. I've been found out 40 times. I killed 142 guys. And 90 rations used. Oh, God. 92 rations. I really needed them because I kinda suck at this type of game. Yes, I will save the completed mission data. Why not? And I'll put it on file number 2.